The World Anti-Doping Agency has agreed to ban Russia from all global sports for 4 years, including the 2020 Olympics and the Football World Cup. The punishment comes after Russia was found to have interfered with doping tests, planting fake evidence and deleting files linked to positive tests.
Yes, there are some intricacies to this ban. On the face of it, it is a 4-year ban for all Russian athletes from all global competition. So that includes, as you said, the Tokyo Olympics in 2020 and the Football World Cup in 2022 in Qatar. Of course, Russia were the hosts of the last Football World Cup to great acclaim in 2018. But there are some sort of ways that Russian athletes can compete as neutrals under a neutral banner. They did at the Olympics in 2016 and they did at the Winter Olympics in Pyeongchang in South Korea in 2018 as well. So we do expect Russian athletes in some capacity to be at the Olympics in Tokyo in 2020. But as it stands, there will be no Russian national anthem, there will be no Russian flag at those major events. Although Russia do have 21 days to appeal this ruling by WADA to the Court of Arbitration for Sport, they're up in arms about this ban. There's several Russian crews who have been here broadcasting throughout last night and this morning, TV crews, who are pretty outraged. They say that a new generation of Russian athletes is being punished for crimes of the past. But of course, this saga has gone on for many years now. Russia were let into the international fold last year. As a condition of being allowed back into the international fold, they agreed to let investigators from WADA into Russia. They were allowed into the Moscow laboratory, which was at the heart of that doping scandal. That team was then allowed to extract data from the laboratory, but it quickly became apparent that some of that data had been manipulated. Files from that data had been deleted. That was what led WADA's Compliance Review Committee to recommend this 4-year ban, which was then confirmed by WADA's Executive Committee today. We're expecting to hear from them in the next half an hour or so to explain exactly what this ban means and why they decided to give the most severe sanctions yet in this ongoing doping saga.
And just moments ago, the World Anti-Doping Agency's Compliance Review Committee Chair, Jonathan Taylor, spoke on the issue.
First of all, let's be clear about the totality of the package. This is a 4-year package. It relates to a number of different things. I'll come to participation events in a moment, but hosting of events for 4 years, plus bidding for events in the next 4 years, which means there won't be events in Russia for longer than 4 years. In terms of participation, the standard is clear. There will be no flag at the events that are covered. We could talk about the events that are covered. Goes down to world championships in each sport. There will not be a Russian flag, and the athletes will not be participating as representatives of Russia. The details from sport to sport will have to differ because some are team sports, some are individual sports. There are going to have to be a case-by-case basis. Nevertheless, what is important to note is that the standard says that it is under the control and/or the approval of WADA to ensure appropriate and standardised enforcement. That may, if there is a CAS case, be taken then to CAS so it can see what is proposed and endorse it itself. So, can we be definitive now as to in every case what it will mean? No, but the standard is clear. They will not be there as representatives of Russia. What that means in every case will need to be developed and will need to be subject of guidelines that the CAS will have to look at and/or the WADA Exco. If we don't go to CAS, the WADA Exco will have to look at.